hurry up and cut this camera. Child, listen, I love y'all down, okay? Lord knows I do. Because I rock with y'all tough, But at the same time, I'm not jumping on live uh on camera unless I want to. Okay, period. So they're gonna have to do with that. Hey, whatever they want. Do with that information whatever you will. Just hit the dang lock. Okay. Period. Shout out to that. This gonna be an even exchange. I said, that's what I can do for you. I'm here, right? Yeah. So shout out to that. I said, I'm here. So hit the like. Okay. Period. I'm here for you. So hit the like for me. Okay. Shout out to that. Yes, I'm stuck with the aftermath of um just washing this, getting this stuff out of my hair. You know what I'm saying? That glue, the glue part. Ooh, I think, which really is not that much. Um, I just be real lazy when it comes to that part though, because man, it don't feel good. It do not be feeling good. I be wanting to just slide on out. Plus, yesterday I didn't want to do nothing. Like I was telling y'all, yeah, no, it's kind of strange for me, to feel that way on Monday. But it is what it is, child. I felt like I had been, like I had just got back from vacation. Like that's how I felt. Like I didn't even wanna. Like all I did was drop my bags. Didn't even unpack nothing. Like that's how I felt. Yesterday when I got up, child, it was like, ugh, it was hard. It was kind of hard to get up and get going yesterday, which, again, y'all know that is not normally how I feel on Mondays. But it is what it is. Um, I wasn't about to fight it either. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yesterday I just chilled because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to chill and sit still. I didn't want to do nothing. I feel like I've been just going and going and going and going and going and going and going ever since I went out of town. Truth is, you want the truth? Child, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it, y'all. I really been going and going and going and going and going. You know what I'm saying? Just the early beginning of May. Child, I'm slowing down now. Got to slow this thing down, and I'm not mad. That's what I want. Okay, period. That's what I want. I want to slow down a little bit. So shout out to that. Then not to mention, I have a serious case of shrinkage. Yeah, that's what it is. I sure do. A serious case of shrinkage right now, child, because I ain't doing nothing to, straighten it out. I'm natural. I'm natural right now. So shout out to that. And like, yeah, a little case of the afro, which I'm not drinking it now. Now, and I listen. I ain't never rocked it. I've never rocked my natural fro. You know what I'm saying? Child, this I think had I would've. I would have had my pajamas today. I know that's right. Say yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. But I barely got ET glue in my hair. Truth is. Oh, let me see. Y'all riding? Remember that movie? I forgot that movie. What that movie was called? What she said? Rolling with the homies. Child, she meant that. And she meant that. So shout out to that. I mean, she I hit the like button. I know what the title says. And if you hear from that, hit the like button and come back. Okay, you just got to come back because currently I'm not dealing with that right now. But I am going to talk about that a little bit later on in the street. I'm gonna I'm definitely gonna throw one of those topics in there. I mean, I'm gonna throw some of those topics in there. I don't know if I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do a full podcast today because the news just like really has not been, you know, it ain't been news or like that. So I don't know. But y'all know me, we gonna always get into some things. I'm gonna always tell y'all news, the latest, period. We gonna always talk that talk over here. Y'all know how we do it. South crashed out, child. South Walker crashed out and thrashed out. You know what I'm saying? Over his baby mamas. I just don't have that many words for that. All I can say is just like somebody was in the comments saying like you need to be like have kids with like your life depended on it, and like I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with that, but I also feel like that statement, yeah, they feel like, well, we're gonna get into that in a little bit. Give me 1 second. See, this is what I don't miss. I don't miss this part at all. Glue flying everywhere. I don't miss that at all. So we'll see. I guess we're gonna have to see how often I decide to be doing a quick job. 'Cause that part I don't miss at all. Yeah, now truth is I don't miss the glue being everywhere. I really need to teach myself how to do my own sewings. I'd be a bad girl if I taught myself how to do my own sewing. I don't know why I don't know how to do my own sewing, though, because I definitely can like do it on somebody else, you know. Well, hold on, I take that back. I can do it on a mannequin head. I've never did it on a human before. Um, and I didn't even do that. I didn't do a sew in. I just know how to do a wig. I'm trying not to that, which is so similar, you know, it's so similar. Uh, I imagine it just with the sewing, it just boils down to like it boils down with everything else, you know. I probably get in the front of the head and like I don't know what to do. That's all I could think of. But anyway, it seems like I got this glue out my head, so I know that's right. That's what's up. Let me see. I had to like, but I was gonna go live with y'all. Um, way earlier. Yes, I was. Don't tell me what I was and what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I was. Yes, I said I was. I was. I was gonna go live with y'all earlier, but I fell asleep. I went back to sleep because a part of me was like, man, it's too early. But I gotta quit thinking like that and quit tweaking like that. Cause you know, whenever I wanna go live, I just need to go live. I can't worry about all of that extra stuff. homies. Y'all rolling with the homies today or what? I tell you what, you in good hands. I tell you that when you rolling with me, baby, you always in good hands. Cause I don't play. I don't play. So shout out to that. Shout out to everybody who was rolling with the homie. I don't need no better than that. Nope, it just ain't gonna get no better than that. So shout out to that. Uh, hold on, y'all. Put y'all on a brief hold real quick. Hold on. I need to go find my charger too. Y'all, hold on real quick. Try the next time somebody asks you where you been, make sure you tell them rolling with the homies. That's where you was at. That's where you were. Rolling with the homies. Baby, life start getting good as ever when you be like, you know what I'm saying? Like they used to say, remember what Dare used to say? And I ain't knocking it. I ain't mad at it, but I want to throw something in there. Yeah, say yeah. I know I just wouldn't be me if I didn't. Child, I want to say no to stress. You gotta say no to stress too, shoot. Soon as it think it's gonna creep up and talk to you and ask you how you doing, don't. Oh my goodness, like our boy said, don't. I ain't going. I ain't going for real. It's crazy too, cause like you know what I'm saying. And then at that moment, that's when you're able to look back and say, I remember when I used to let that stress me out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now it turned into a memory. And then South's gonna say, South's gonna say he went more viral than Jay Z did. I said, now, whoa, now, South, hold on now. You see that? You see that? Maybe somebody needs to help you with that. You got too much dip on your chip, my boy. Yeah, now, the truth is, you can't. No, I'm just playing. I just want to say, like, I honestly, I would say it was like, it was even. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was even. Like, y'all both on the blouse. Whoop dee doo. Whoop dee doo. Like, for real. Like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really understand where he was, you know, trying to go with that, Yeah, no, so truth is, um, like, so what? Y'all both was on the clouds. Don't do that. Like, what's the problem? It's you. Like, what's going on? Let me find out. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just gonna ask you flat out, cause like I don't got no time to be beating around no bush. You know what I'm saying? It's your girl Shay Renee, and I do a podcast, and I'm a content creator, and I report on celebrity gossip, news, and trending topics. And shoot, I just want to know. The people want to know. Is there some type of, you know what I'm saying, between you and Jay Z? Because that was a little weird, or maybe he was just talking, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was just saying, God, like, golly, little old bitty Silas Walker. I was trending more than Jay Z, but still, it's just, I don't know. Like, South, if you can hear me and you available, let us know what the point was. Yeah, now, it just is what it is. Because one thing about it, like, it's annoying to, like, have to speculate and wonder and guess when somebody could just tell you, like, nah, you could have just said, you know, what his point was. Yeah, nah, truth is, he could have just got right to the point right then, but child, again, we gonna be discussing South and get lost yesterday. It just is what it is. I'm gonna tell you like this, like I said, when this live first started, man, you can't be like I do think it's important for you to know who you having kids with. Absolutely. And that goes both ways. That's not just, what I'm saying, for her. That's for South Walker too. Because the thing is, these people be wilding out. You know, it is what it is. Now here it is. She that had a baby. You know what I'm saying? To me, with somebody that she now has to run to the internet, telling on, you know, and complaining and stuff like that because I mean it is what it is. Like people always say, what you telling the internet for? You need to go to the police or you need to get off the internet. Man, the people be telling the internet because they be hoping that the internet can help them. It is what it is. They do be hoping the internet can help them. And sometimes I'm gonna keep it real. I do be thinking the internet be helping them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Helping them, um, helping them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't explain it, but like, I honestly, I think that You got some people that will be quick to say, I don't care. You can tell the internet what you want to tell the internet, but eventually I be feeling like it's cap, if that makes sense. Yeah, no, truth is usually it be cap. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this too, that's another thing. Um most of the time when people come to the internet, they come to the internet with like it's hard to explain. What like I don't know. Hold on, let me see. They'll come to the internet like with the bare minimum. Yeah, So like let's say um like let's say somebody then been through like through it. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because y'all know I'm trying to work on my cursing, and then not only that, these platforms, and so But like, let's say somebody been taken through it, like all like the worst of the worst that you could even imagine. Everybody life and lifestyles is so different. So like it's through it to some people might mean something else to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's levels to this. Like it's hard to explain, but basically people don't really come to the internet telling you the worst. No, they don't. They save that part. Yeah, no, they save it for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? Actually, when they to me, this is my personal opinion. I think when they come to the internet, they come to the internet with the smallest, like the small stuff that you done did. They don't even really get to the big stuff that somebody done did to them. And I think that's very strategic. It is what it is. But I think they be kind of like saying back off. It is what it is. Back off, or else. It is what it is. People do. What's the word I'm looking for? I feel like they use the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, oh my God, it's kind of hard to explain, but y'all know what I'm saying. Like man, it's kind of like the internet is like it's equivalent to somebody taking a big brother with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah. Now do all of that you was doing to me in front of my brother. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. It's like leave me alone. Shoot, I think it's a way that they be wanting people to leave them alone and comply with a request or something, But just like that girl said, she's tired of being silent, and I believe that when people come to the internet, most of the time they have reached their breaking point and they do be looking for some type of help. And I understand it both ways. I understand what people be saying. I know when people be saying the internet can't help you, but the truth is sometimes the internet can help people. Like, have you ever like really just sat and thought about that? Like, yeah, sometimes it can. Because I don't care what nobody says. Sometimes, it can make a person be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. A person will tell you, until both of y'all then change color in the face. I don't care what you tell who, you could tell this, you could tell that, but like sometimes you gotta test them waters. Yeah, now truth is, sometimes you gotta make a person um eat them words. It is what it is. You'll never know though. And honestly, like I said, I think the internet really does help certain situations. Yeah, now the truth is it just is what it is. For instance, uh watch with this stuff with this girl, watch how Like, I'm not gonna say things are gonna get better for her, you know what I'm saying? Like overnight. No, I wouldn't say that. But I do think that like it probably, I could be wrong, but it could have helped her. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Because like I said, it's no different than somebody chasing after you. You know what I'm saying? Like for the most part, as long as it's just you and the person that you're running from, man, they can go for hours and hours and hours, like Mooney Long said. You know what I'm saying? But the minute that you get in front of others, then that chase might look different. You know what I'm saying? It might stop. It might stop because somebody stops them. You know, it might stop because you run and you get help somewhere. You know, but like normally it's gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come to a stop. You know, um, and normally it's gonna come to a stop because somebody got involved. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Shoot, didn't just watch, you know? And so, yeah, to me, the internet, it comes off like, you know, everybody's just gonna sit around and watch. No, people be helping. You know what I'm saying? They do. Um, and sometimes, you know, coming to the internet, you know, we got to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Got to look at it like somebody was stopping. You know what I'm saying? Um, being chased or you know what I'm saying? Just they put a stop to something, you know, that was harmful to them. Scary, traumatic, you know, all of the above, you know, check all the boxes for real. Because like that's to me, that's what it be feeling like. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. That's what it be feeling like. It be feeling like people are at their wits' ends. You know what I'm saying? Um, they scared of something and they tired of running. You know, it just is what it is. Tired of running, tired of being quiet. Um, and I ain't mad at it. Really and truthfully, I'm not mad at it because you know the truth is, no matter how scary, you know, and stuff, and like you just never know. Because that's the thing. Sometimes you don't never know what's gonna happen when you do start talking. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know. So prayers to the people, you know, who just speak up for themselves and are brave enough to do so. Um, I feel like they're looking for something, you know, and like people be saying the internet can't help you. They definitely be looking for some type of help, you know. It is what it is. Like, let me tell you something. That girl did not come to the internet to embarrass South Walker alone. Like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. Like that was not no I'm finna embarrass him type of play. Nah, that was more so like I'm finna tell everybody what you be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna tell everybody the type of stuff that you be doing to me. I'm not holding this in. I'm not like, no, I'm gonna let people know, you know. And again, I also think that that's something that you do to somebody, you know, that shoot, how can I explain it? You know, because you know, the ordinary people, okay, that John Legend was talking about, they do that type of stuff too. Shout out to that. They do, you know, they'll, you know, um, come on now, we see all regular people talking about, oh, he did this or she did that all the time, you know. Yeah, period. And I think the internet helps them too. It just is what it is. It just is what it is, you know? Because when you take it to the internet, now it's no longer done in secrecy. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So to me, when it's no longer done in secrecy, then honestly, this is my honest opinion about it. I feel like changes will be done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now truth is changes will begin to be made, after that. For real, for real. And I think, okay, that the person telling, that's what they be hoping for, It is what it is. So like when the internet be like, the internet can't help you. Yes, it can. It really can. I understand what y'all saying, but y'all gotta, just look a little deeper and think a little harder before y'all say stuff sometimes because it really can, you know. And honestly, I sometimes stuff gotta get worse before it get better. But like in this type of situation, I do think that that's gonna help her. I don't know how much, but I think it's gonna help her. Child, and it's just funny. You know what I'm saying? The more and more I think about it, it's just funny. And it goes back to like I was saying too, like, yeah, you need to be careful who you have kids with, Like, you know what I'm saying? In South Walker case, like, he didn't need no baby by that girl. Like, clearly he didn't need no baby by that girl. You know what I'm saying? Cause he don't know how to act. It is what it is. Seemingly, he don't know how to act with no baby by her. You know, and shoot, it be like that sometimes. Like, in other words, to me, okay, this is how I feel about it. I feel like children can change things sometimes. Yeah, now truth is, So, um, everybody keep calling South tender, but maybe, you know what I'm saying, just maybe, uh, the baby is what he got tender at. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, just maybe. Um, his first mistake was having a baby with the girl. You know, it is what it is. Don't seem like, you know, it was just the smartest decision on his part. While everybody, keep trying to make it seem like her. Yes, her too, but like now. Cause Sauce needs to be able to control himself and conduct himself. And if they was doing just fine before he ended up having a baby with her, then he should have let that girl make it. And I know it takes two to tango, so they both should have let each other make it. Seemingly they did not need no baby by each other. Cause like how you crashing out and thrashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like getting embarrassed, looking embarrassed on the internet. Uh, and it's crazy too, cause man, yes, Drake, he probably definitely saw. He probably was definitely somewhere uh laughing at yesterday's events. And I'm gonna tell you like this, Jay-Z probably had him looking crazy. Sauce Walker probably, restored his smile with that shit he came with yesterday. Yeah, no, truth is. And then I tried to vouch for Sauce, talking about it was oh Lord. Turns out it was not old. It's like, oh my word. I'm like, oh Lord, let me find out. Let me find out. You can't handle having a baby with a baddie. I'm just saying, first of all, man, you want the truth, you gotta be able to handle it. Well, a lot of us didn't even think it worked like that anyway. Yeah, now truth is we didn't even know that you be having kids with them. I mean, that's kind of thing a thing. We didn't know. You know what I'm saying? We thought that like, yeah, it was business, strictly business. So that's that. But like, and you can't handle it. Like that's crazy. How you go from, you know, busted it down to, now you tripping. And you gonna do this, that, and the third. It don't make no sense. And then a whole lot of people think that Drake kinda, you know, um subliminally came at Sauce and his baby mama in a song. He was just saying that they know he pop it. They know he pop it. And somebody they know somebody he know how they know how his sauce gets spilled or something. It was all subliminally, but people think that Sauce saying tell Drake to keep my name out his mouth. Da, 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 da. He was talking about that. That's another thing too. Tell Drake what? That's weird. Now you tell Drake. I don't care if the baby mama talks to Drake every day either. Yeah, nah, truth is it don't matter. They can talk all the time. They can talk all night long. Just like what? Tell Drake what? You tell Drake. That's how I feel about it. Truth is, that's how I feel about it. Tell Drake what? You tell him. That was weird. This is what it is. That was weird. But yes, I was walking by mom. Put him on blast. It is what it is. She put him on blast. just like a baby mama, can. It is what it is. Baby mamas be doing stuff. Yeah, now truth is it is what it is. They be knowing stuff. And to me, that's why ho- hold on real quick, y'all. That's why you leave. I was you sleep. Okay. Um, yeah, nah, like that. Um, like I said, sometimes you just gotta test them waters. And I think people get tired of being scared and fearful and stuff like that, and done any old kind of way. It seemed like that lady back was up against the ropes before she made that decision. And it's crazy too. It is. It's really crazy and sad because, you know, at this point they must be on bad terms. At this point, um, she wants what's best for the child. Um, but it's a lot of conflict and stuff, surrounding everything. So it's sad too. She probably gotta just let things, completely just, you know, get old and let a little time pass, before she can even possibly, I don't know though, you just never know. Try addressing, everything with Sauce and a kid, and it's a lot, child. It's a lot. Seems like a embarrassingly lot. But like if I had to guess, I'm thinking yes. Drake said something, and I'm thinking, yes, that might have sent Sauce over the edge. But it's too many gaps in the story, like her saying that Sauce attempted to follow her to Dallas. When? Because I think she said she was trying to move. It seemed like I might have read that somewhere. I'm not sure. But like, girl, when was he trying to follow you to Dallas? Like, that's what I'm saying? Like when? Like, okay, so like were y'all good? Like Kylie, let us know. So like were y'all good before the Drake song came out? Or did the Drake song come out and stuff got weird, you know, because it's just a lie. And then like did he so did he mess up the car before the song came out? Or was did he mess up the car a long time ago? Because y'all know she said Drake bought her a car, okay? Drake bought the girl a car, and she said South Walker messed it up. Y'all Okay, y'all. Streaming with my babies is always a challenge with me. Yes, I know. It's always a challenge for me though, because y'all know how I am. My kids, I do not like them being streamed. They're not allowed to be online. Okay, period. They off limits. Um, so like, yeah, it's just hard to stream when they're around because they're so little and they still need me, you know. Now they're not so little where I'm still, buying huggies or nothing like that. Thank you, God. Oh, thank you, Lord. But like they are, they're still little. My babies are still young. That's crazy to me sometimes too. Yes, it is. Because like oh my God. My kids are at the age where they have kids in their like they have kids in their class where their moms are like way younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. I know it is what it is. It's weird. It's one of them things. But like yeah, my babies are still real little. So I be having streaming with them is a challenge. It is what it is, which is why I should have got up earlier. Yeah, no, truth is I should have just got up and did my thing. So that's gonna be a challenge this this summer. I see that now. But we gonna do our thing, period. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, like this and like that. Come on. And like this and like that. I'm telling y'all, like, when you are after something, man, it's gonna look impossible sometimes, But that's where that's where that elbow grease come in at. That's where that grit and that grind, like yeah, that's where, what I'm saying. I remember when what's called was like, you wasn't in the gym with me. Like, yeah, that's where that come in. Truth is, okay. So this is what it looks like. We on the grind, y'all. So shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up, hit the like button. But like, yeah, no, it was extremely embarrassing situation. Um and well not I take that back. It was not extremely embarrassing, but it's definitely an embarrassing situation. It is what it is. And I just want to know, like, you know what I'm saying, man? I got that. It left me with 21 questions, like 50 Cent. Or whatnot, whatnot. And that's crazy. Um, but anyway, y'all. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else I was trying to tell y'all. Cause like now I will say this. A little bit though, it does feel like how can I explain it? Like, okay, so like let's say we could scale the news, right? And like let's say the best news is a 5. This would like come in at a whopping 2. Yeah, now truth is a big old whopping 2, okay? And challenge, big challenge. But I'm up for it. It is what it is. I got to do what I got to do. Okay? And like, yeah, that's that. I'm on top of all of that. We're gonna handle that. For real. Ain't you know? Ain't nothing else I could do about it. But get in there like swimwear. Now anyway, as far as Drake and this Sauce Walker them stuff goes, like I said, I give it a 3. Okay, and that's just because Drake is involved. Other than that, like this is like low on the entertainment scale. You know, for real. While Sauce was popping it is. It's really low. Cause this ain't nothing but some baby daddy drama, you know, and like, come on now, that's like, ugh, yuck. Like the girl said when she was trying to fool. Yuck. That's how I feel about baby mama, baby daddy drama. Don't nobody give a fuck. Like for real. That's oh excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, excuse me. Like Kevin Hart daddy. Uh you want the truth? You gotta be able to handle it over here with me. Like that is like low. La la la. La 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 la. Yeah, sorry, truth is that's low on the Tommy Paul. Nobody care about that. At least I don't, you know. Cause y'all, especially cause y'all know how I feel about it. Nobody wins. Nobody's gonna. It's not gonna be a win. It's not a win. I don't care. You folks is family. Figure it out. Figure it out. You know. And let me just stop y'all. Because I don't mean that in a harsh way. You know, I could never. I already paid my dues to society, baby. I did a whole damn video, okay, about co-parenting and, you know, just saving yourself. You know, it is what it is. Learning how to save yourself, so to speak. And like with that being said, ooh, my bad. I'm trying to hook my kid up from breakfast and talk to y'all at the same time. But like, yeah. With that being said, yeah, don't nobody care about all of that. Yeah, now the truth is, don't nobody care. But we gonna talk about it, you know, because it's viral or whatnot. But I'm just saying, because Sauce is trying to pop it a little bit. Like, man. But it ain't even got nothing to do with Sauce trying to pop it. I guess I just want to keep it real with my audience and just let y'all know, you know what I'm saying, deep down inside, how I feel about it. You know, like, nobody really feel like that. You know, because at the end of the day, right, it's a real child involved. And you know, people arguing and, you know, can't get along and making each other's lives a living. You know, that just ain't, you know, it's not cute to me. It's not cute to me. It's not entertainment. But, Charlie is what it is. Shout out to everybody involved. Yeah, I said, everybody. Like Nicki Minaj. Um, Okay. Or whatnot. I will say this: it gets greater later. You know, it is what it really does. It gets greater later. So do with that do with that whatever you may. Like yeah, to me, it was really embarrassing. Just an embarrassing situation. Sounds like it is what it is. Um, he's human, so that's that. It's hard to explain, but like being embarrassed, that type of stuff only can last for so long. Um, and then people move on, and the next story is created. But I will say this. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my Bible real quick. Yeah, yeah. I said yes, yeah. So anyway, y'all know streaming is it's a challenge in the summer. I know that's a bummer. Being online is a challenge in the summer. I know that's a bummer. Ha! just is what it is. I mean, like, like, listen, it just is what it is. My life is my life, my life, my life, my life. I know that's right. It is what it is. It's mine. And somebody was asking me something about something about going to the pool. I was like, baby, I'll be happy. If I go to the pool, I will have to be sneaking to the pool. Like I will have to like literally say I'm going somewhere else because I got kids. So what you mean? What do you mean the pool? The pool life without my kids? Baby, I don't know what that's like. Turn me on. Turn me on. Okay. But like no, I do stuff without my kids too though. But it's definitely not swimming. But I be wanting to though, cause like being with them and being without them is just definitely two different vibes. Yeah, no, truth is I know what's for me and I know what's not, Bottom line. So shout out to that. Um, but yeah, y'all, like I was trying to say, oh, for real, I get an ick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how people be like, what's your ick? Child, my ick is drama. Mainly baby daddy, baby mama drama. Ugh, that's an ick for me. Yeah, nah, truth is. I guess if I really all couples drama is kind of like a ick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I'm sorry y'all going through that. Like I always feel like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, the truth is like if I see somebody in their bed arguing, like I'm the type of person like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking out, ears covered, all huddled up, like I'm ready to get these food. You know what I'm saying? I'm never like the one phone out, recording, eyes wide, like, yeah, no, that's not my type of drama. Ooh, absolutely not. That shit ain't cute. That shit ain't cute. And so, I just get it. It's like eek. But it is what it is. Like I said, theirs is a little bit more amplified, you know what I'm saying, because who they are, but then it's like, nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sauce. Yeah, nah, truth is, like, I can only speak for me, right? For me, it just Lord. Tell my little baby, man, be quiet. Be's quiet. He see me right here. He know, my baby know all of it. All the above. But like I said, I know it's a challenge for them. Um, I'm not even supposed to be live in this area. So let me do what I need to be doing, y'all. So you know, we can all just be comfortable and stuff like that. So truth is, I just gotta put y'all on hold. Y'all just gotta hold on. It is what it is. I'll be back. Period. Like Arnold said, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all know did it with me anyway. Like I like to run my stuff like a doctor. Yeah, now truth is like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Cheyenne, Doctor, Cheyenne Brown. Yeah, because I ain't mad at her. I like to cosplay a doctor too sometimes. Yeah. From time to time. Because like I like patience around me. I do. I like patience. I don't like no hey, girlfriend. No, okay, I don't like all of that. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait on me. Period. So shout out to that. Y'all Oh shoot, my bad, y'all. I was about Sorry, I'm used to that. All right, I'm tired of locking y'all in this room by yourself. So let me bring y'all out here real quick. Why ain't nobody out here? I know. Shh, be quiet. Y'all gotta be quiet. Yeah, cause now truth is like all of this gotta fit around the kids. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah, it's really their world. I'm just in it, you know. I'm just in it, just in it to make it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit better, a little bit brighter. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more clear. But other than that, summertime. I guess that means a whole lot of cleaning for me, y'all. Lucky me, lucky me. Oh, I'm a lucky girl. Now that's the truth right there. No, I'm not lucky. I'm blessed. Well, maybe I'm a little bit of both. Yeah, nah, I like them both. Mm. No, I'm not. I'm blessed. Yes. Living every day with no regrets. But yeah, no, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I sure am. So shout out to that. God is good. God is amazing. He awesome. For real, for real. And like, don't never let nobody tell you nothing different. You know? Like, yes, I know. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. So I can honestly tell you that it was a time that I didn't always feel that way, you know? But then I had to realize that, like, even in my darkest of times, uh, I was blessed, you know? I was blessed in more ways than one. But I don't really feel like going way down that road. Yeah, no, truth be told. I like positivity. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being real, I do. I like positivity. I like keeping things light and on the up and up. Now I do love deep conversation. Now I love conversations. I do. I love conversations and all of that, all of that, all of that. But when they start to go left and stuff like that, I'm out. Yeah, now it's time for me to. Oh, dip, baby, dip, come on, let dip. God, yeah, that's sweet as gold. Yeah, baby, it's time for me to go in. I'm a Tootsie Roll. Right on to another area. You see? This person, girl, it's like, yeah, it just is what it is. That's my thing. Like, I'm just in a place and space where I just appreciate a lot of peace. It just is what it is. Oh, a whole lot of that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now. Peace, 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 whole lot of that. Peace, 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 got a lot of that. Peace, 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 whole lot of that. Please, yes. Peace, peace, please. Okay? I don't be having time for no unnecessary drama. Y'all know, like, the only drama I like, for real, in real life, is on my eyebrow. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I love a little eyebrow drama. You know? Like, please do it. Please do it. I want to see you do it. Yeah, that's why we tell the eyebrow lady. Oh, when I, but child is. So whatever's real peaceful these days, count me in. Yeah, now truth is, I want to do that. Oh God, I'm just burning my stuff. I be forgetting that thing be throwing heat back. I'm just over here just burning my stuff. Shout out to Drake though, because people feel like Drake is on one heck of a run. I don't know what to say about Drake. All I can say is Drake, I mean, man, he funny. Sure, he funny. Like you said, your man's a funny guy and all, but I'm a still, like Drake is Drake. Kanye already told us how he get down. He's shooting at it all. He's trying to holler at everybody, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So I will say this though. You know, I don't know. I guess I won't say that. Yeah, no, I won't say that. But no. Let me just say this. I think what stood out was the fact that the baby mama, though, she started like talking about, you know, like uh, when I said the baby mama. Oh, that's sweet. Hold on, y'all. I done made me some real sweet coffee. I can't drink it like that. I mean, I could. Speaking of which, lately I have been making some bomb ass coffee. That's crazy. I don't even know why I needed one is some coffee. I don't even need no coffee for real. I just doing stuff sometimes. But anyway, you know what was interesting to me though was Sauce Baby Mama Stephen wanting to tell us that he ain't got no money like that. Yeah, now that was crazy. I said, now that was a little crazy, you know. I said, oh, yeah. You know, now first of all, let me just say this because I feel like I got to, right? Um, okay. So, okay. Now, let me just say this. I don't I don't necessarily consider myself a pocket watcher. I don't. I don't. I feel like I feel like I know for real. Like I know y'all like spit it out. I'm gonna come on with it. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna see. I hit the light button. Not for real. Y'all want truth? Y'all know y'all gotta be able to handle it with me. I tell y'all that all the time because everybody can't. You know what I'm saying? Some people cannot. You know what I'm saying? That's why they make that quote a long time ago. If you cannot take the heat, you know you gotta stay out the kitchen. Um, like I don't consider myself a pocket watcher at all. Like if you say you got it, then you got it. Like who am I to say that you don't? Right? Like, I'm not the type of person that be like, is it real? Is it fake? Like, no, I'm not. Now, hold on. Now, I'm not gullible at all. I don't consider myself gullible. So it's not like I believe every single thing. No. Okay, no. So I might think to myself, is it real? Is it fake? But that's it. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like how Adam 22 was doing. Remember how Adam 22 was doing Sauce? That's what. See, his baby mama saying that he don't have no money like that. And kind of like Want to expose his bank account. And expose that he's still a regular person, still going through, dealing with, like repos and stuff like that. Like, it made me think back to Adam 22. You know what I'm saying? Like when Adam 22 was basically like, he don't believe Sauce got all the money that he claimed he got and all of that. Like, it just made me think about that. You know what I'm saying? But again, like, man, listen, I don't consider myself a pocket watcher like that. Like I said, if whatever you say, if you say this shit's going on, it's going on. It just is what it is. But I will say that, like, you know, like, again, like I said, to me, okay, this is my honest personal opinion. Baby mamas be knowing stuff. Not all the time. Not every baby mama, not every situation. But in South situation, his baby mama might know. And even if she don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if she don't, you know, um, she played it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way she played it. Now, I will say this though. Um, first of all, it's South Walker, right? So South Walker should not only have no one checking account. Let's start there. Like, she allegedly exposed his bank account. Um, well, that's the only one. I'm just saying. You mean to tell me he only got one bank account and you got access to it? I don't know how I feel about that. But overall, I will say this though. Um, I will say this. I do feel like, although um okay, pocket watching aside, you know, when Adam was saying some of the stuff that he was seeing, right? I couldn't help but wonder, like, was there a little truth to it, Because remember, Adam was saying like, he don't believe Sauce got as much money as he say he do because if he did, Why is he just standing around, like hooting and hollering about it every day? Like Adam was making some real valid points. Um, you know, honestly, if I'm being real, I just feel like Adam, you know, kind of made some valid points. Not saying that, you know, I 100% agree with Adam or I 100% feel like what he was saying is true. You know, I was just saying, that like some of what I'm just saying that some of what Adam said to me, okay, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I cannot stress that enough. Hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to that. But I just feel like he raised enough points to make anybody like raise their eyebrows, if that makes sense. So, you know, um, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it was kind of like I was telling y'all yesterday, right? Some lies can never really be exposed. Like it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if I tell y'all that I have um like if I tell y'all that I have a teddy bear, you know what I'm saying? Like not a teddy bear, yeah, a teddy bear. Mm, there I can't think of what it's called. Oh, yeah, a birthmark. If I tell y'all that I have a birthmark that's a teddy bear, you know what I'm saying? Like a teddy bear cut out birthmark, you know what I'm saying, on my butt. Like how are you gonna, you know what I'm saying? Unless you like literally you like that's you see, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be hard for you to you be like, man, I don't believe that. Or I take a step further, a Texas. I got a birthmark that look just like the Texas symbol on my you know what I'm saying? And now you can say to yourself all day, man, I don't believe that. But it's like, but what if she really do? You know what I'm saying? It's always in that back of the mind, but you don't know if it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like people bank accounts are kind of like similar to that. You know what I'm saying? Like you really don't know if they're lying. And see, let me say something. I know, for real. Give me a second. I'm gonna get there. Yes, truth is I see you when I get there. Hold on, y'all. And see, like me, I realized that a long time ago when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, I remember saying to myself, myself said, and I was like, I remember, like, for real, I remember this thought so vividly. It's crazy. I remember thinking, like, people that are rich, I remember thinking, like, why wouldn't they bamboozle us? You know what I'm saying? If people are gonna think it's real anyway, like why not get fake stuff if people are gonna think it's real anyway? Like I remember specifically remember saying that to myself when I was younger. So when Tyrese came out and said that sometimes, he liked to wear his little Claire's, shout out to Claire, shout out to that. Shout out to Tyrese. You know what I'm saying? His little Claire's studs, and his little Amazon bracelets, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it just went back, just took me all the way back to my childhood when I thought that thought because it's like I can't explain it, but it's like I just feel like some things you just will never know. Just plain and simple. It is what it is. So like when you're dealing with a celebrity, no, you're not gonna know what's what. You know what I'm saying? To me, you're not like that. And I'll take it a step further. Um, when you're not in that lifestyle, to me, okay, personally, this is my personal opinion, it all looks like glitz. It all looks glamorous. Um, if I'm being real. Sure. Um, but like, yeah, when you sit back and you really analyze things, you begin to wonder. That's how it is what it is, just like some bread. Baby, you begin to wonder like what's what, like how real, it's so hard to explain. But that's the truth. Y'all want the truth, y'all know y'all gotta handle it. You know what I'm saying? Baby, you gotta grab it like a bull and handle it for real over here. So shout out to that. But like I just feel like you just never know. But that's no different than uh uh what's the word I'm looking for? Dang. That's no different than a poor child having to walk through, you know what I'm saying, a neighborhood full of people that are well off. You know what I'm saying? Just to get to school every day. you know. So when this kid is walking by this one home in particular, you know what I'm saying? He loves the cars outside, he loves the house. He thinks the house is amazing. You know, can't like can't even fathom what it's like inside, right? He might even see the people go in and out the door before and think they look like some a marvelous family, right? They got it going on, right? Like Donkey Kong. But the thing is, he really just he really just he don't know. You know what I'm saying? He just really don't know. It's lots of stuff that he don't know. He just knows what he think he knows. You know what I'm saying? Like he thinks that the family living there is marvelous. He thinks that, you know, uh uh um the house might cost um more than something that he could ever imagine having. He might think that it's out of his family's range, and his family could never have something like that. All of these thoughts, but he really don't know. He don't. For all he know, you know um for all he know, it probably don't cost as much as he thought it cost. You know, with a little bit hard, with a little, just a little bit more harder work. You know what I'm saying? It probably is something that his family, you know what I'm saying, could obtain having too. You know, the people living inside might not be having a funky good time every day. They could really be in there eating raisins. You know. Cause shit's so expensive. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put on for their city. I mean, it just is what it is. Like I said out at the say that you know, that's how life is. For real, for real. You know? Um that's how life is to me. We think we know, but we don't know. you know, for real. We think we know, but we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like people be like, if I had this, I would be like that. You know, if I had this, my life would be like that. Or if I had, and honestly, I just think we don't know. And I take it a step further. A shout out to that, because y'all know I love to do. I'll take it a step further too. Just real quick, because I want to do that. And now that I have gotten to the age that I have gotten, right? Thank you, Jesus, for that too. I have gotten to the age where I realize it's all just stuff. Yeah, now truth is, let's talk about it. It's all just stuff, right? So, I realized that you know, um, okay, so a Camry is really just the same as a Lexus. It is. It really is. It's just one costs more than the other. But they both are designed to do the same thing. Get people from A to B. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get lost in that, okay? It's just a car. It is. It is. It's just a car. Truth is. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with houses and stuff like that. The same thing with clothes. It's just like to me, and this is just my personal opinion on it, it's just one of those things where it's all just stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you can't let it trip you up like that. So I said all that to say, I want to go back to South Walker real quick. When I look at South, right? South does look like he looks like he has done well for himself in life. Okay, period, hands down, he does. He looks like he's done, really well for himself in life. If you know what I'm saying, if I'm being honest, from an outside perspective to the naked eye. But that's just my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. You have a lot of other people who might look at it sounds like he's just okay, more like um kind of like how Adam was talking, like it's just peon type of money. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not what we think it is. What I should I say I? You know what I'm saying? Think it is. And another thing I will say too, though. Um, another thing too. When I look at South too, I see that South's like he just has a lot of stuff. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not downplaying it. I'm not talking down on it. I'm just saying, that's what he be showing. A lot of stuff, you know. And, you know. It is what it is. That's what he wanted to do with his money. Uh, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, uh, if I'm being all the way real, like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again. Some stuff you just have no way of really verifying, you know. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I definitely believe that there is some people out there, right, that feel like Adam. You know what I'm saying? They feel like Adam. I believe that it is some people out there that feels like, well, this is the thing, right? Like it's always somebody that has more than you. Okay, let's get that understood. There's always somebody that has more than you. So the person that has more than you might actually look like you don't have much to them at all. You know? Excuse me. And that's all I'm gonna say, as far as that goes. Well that's not all I'm gonna say, but I just wanna land that point. And then also I wanna say too that rappers, to me, rappers lifestyle is just again, hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I think I might have to soundproof me something or something, y'all. I don't know, cause oh, don't even get me Anyway, I'm back. But again, y'all know what it reminds me of. It just goes back to when, like I said, when I was a little girl. Um, and how rappers have always had, and not just rappers. Hold on, not just rappers. It's really the entertainment industry. Period. They have always had a way of like, just actually when I think about it, for real, y'all, like getting a little bit deep in it, they have always had a way of, like making things, fake things seem real, even how they be acting, putting people in movies, what I'm saying, creating them fake scenes. Like it has always been like, um, to me like a bunch of blow up, you know, bunch of blow up in Hollywood. Mm, for real. A bunch of blow up on it for real. Like, like them making it seem like it is what it ain't. They been doing that. Uh and I just feel like some of them get really, 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 really good at it. Some are really, 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 really great at it. And like with Sauce doing what he do, right? Like he's a businessman, okay? He coming at this stuff like, a Rick Rouse, a Yo Gotti, you know what I'm saying? A Gucci Man before. Child, before things went to the left, Well, Beyonce put the boxes. He like, he like that. So those type of guys, right? They have to, show this glamorous lifestyle and, show, their riches and their jewels and their women and their homes and stuff like that, right? Because they trying to attract what they trying to attract. And that's, um, to sign people and stuff like that. But like, it's not really hard. To me, it's not very far fetched or hard to believe that it's fake. It is what it is. It's not. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, now, I mean, just thinking about it, right? That has always been the name of the game to me, okay, in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And like, man, when you think about it, even when you think about it more and more and more, it's crazy. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, almost feeling, I don't know, tricked or something like that a little bit. Um, Hold on, y'all. Dang, hold on. All right, y'all. Uh, what was I telling y'all? Yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy the more and more I think about it. Like, that's why they be seeing people's network. You know what I'm saying? You know, they be saying they network, what they network is, they network. And they always say, well, your network ain't, it's, like, man, that shit's stupid. For real. That shit's stupid. When you think about it, it's stupid and it's for the birds. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm. It truth is, it just is what it is. And I just feel like when you, okay, once you in a position where you get a little money, right, you can start acting like you got money coming out the window. You know what I'm saying? Your win, the wizard. It just is what it is. That's how it go. Truth is, that's how it go. So like as soon as I strike my first deal, but y'all already know it's already up. You know what I'm saying? It's already up for us. Been up. What? We been up. So shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. Period. I'm all right. So shout out to that. But see, that's different. I don't know how to put it, but that's a little different. It's kind of all around the same thing, though. Yeah, now truth is, cause who was that? Doing well down. I like that song. Six, six, six. Hey, what was I trying to tell y'all? I was trying to tell y'all something. Yeah, nah, something like Keith has said, but I don't remember now. I know that sucks. But anyway, I was telling y'all. I forgot, but it be Drake. You know what I'm saying? Drake saying, you know when he says, I said I was gone, something, 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 and I did. Remember he said that? He said, the power of the mind is not a joke. Remember? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, Drake be manifesting. And shout out to that. You know who else be manifesting? Shay Renee. And shout out to that. And like, yeah, no. Mm, mm. I just feel like, um, you know, once it is what it is. Once you get a little money to cap with, it's just you could just really cap with it. That's how I feel, It is what it is. That's just how I feel about it, child. Like, and ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing different. Okay? It just is what it is, like no cap. No cap, you know what I'm saying? As soon as you get a little money, you know what I'm saying, you get the cap and it is what it is. Kinda like like how somebody gonna tell you what you got, Miss Preston girl? Like girl, please. Like whatever. If you say that's what you got, if you say you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? How they gonna tell you that you ain't? You know what I'm saying? How they gonna tell you that you don't? It just is what it is. Ooh, shout out to that. But like, and then I will take it a step further too, though. Yeah, shout out to that because y'all know that's what I do. And then also there's also this too, right? Yeah, now because this is the thing too, I believe that a lot of people, like I don't know, I just feel like they get it confused. They fail to realize, like people be like, like for instance, y'all know how people been saying Floyd Mayweather is broke, Floyd Mayweather don't have no money. Ow, that's what they say. Word up. Now, I feel like you got to keep in mind that might be like that means Floyd Mayweather might have reached Floyd Mayweather's rock bottom, right? But do you understand that that's not like the typical person's? You understand? Like going broke for Mayweather is like going broke for Mayweather, which is like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? He might have to settle for an average person's lifestyle now. Like that's what that means to me. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, so what does that mean? Does that mean take him out of everything and like does that mean he traded all of his riches for, just the average guy's life, you know? Okay, well then cool. Put him, you know what I'm saying? Put him a Cadillac Escalade in his driveway and let him live. You know what I'm saying? With the rest of everybody. I'm just saying, truth is because, it's hard to explain, but like Mayweather's, hold on, y'all. Hey, by myself. You can tell that. Yeah. I like that. So shout out to that. But like, yeah, nah, I just feel like they in their world. I just feel like, listen, you get you a piece of man, hey, let me tell you. I feel like you can get you a piece of some money, right? And then just go on and uh, put 10 on 20. It is what it is, child. I mean, I feel like just get you a little piece of a month, so a piece of some money. You know what I'm saying? And then you can get the start the, you know what I'm saying? Acting and capping and yapping too. You know, for real, true story. Especially like the thing is though, you can how can I put it? It's like to me, you can only do that with people that ain't, you know, either they can't do it too, or they not into it, or they haven't done it yet, so to speak. Cause like, and I like Sauce, you know what I'm saying. So this is no way, in no shape or form, talking down on him. You know what I'm saying. This is just like analyzing this situation. You know what I'm saying. Sauce is the topic. It is what it is. Let's go. Sauce has a really impressive car collection. Let me just say that. We're gonna get that out the way. But like, when he goes and she shows like his shoes and his bags and stuff like that, I feel like he be showing that to like people he feel like don't got it. It is what it is. Um, could he be trying to inspire people? Yeah, that could be the move. Um, I can't think of any other reason he be doing it outside of the fact that he's proud of it. You know, it is what it is. I guess he be proud of his stuff. Shout out to that. Shout out to him. But it's at the end of the day, it's just stuff. That's what he be showing. And I take it a step further. You know who Sauce remind me of a little bit? Mayweather. Yeah, just a little bit. As far as like, just the bragging and the boasting and the this, that, and the third. But again, it is what it is. I feel like um he in that world, you know. It just is what it is. I feel like he in that world. Whatever percent, of people that get to talk that talk, like Rihanna said, um, Styles has allegedly made it, right? And I say allegedly because, like I said, we don't be knowing for real. We just do not. It's really no way of knowing for real. It's not, and like, it just depends on like what you into and stuff like that. you know like whatever. So for instance, if you into the bags, shoes, clothes, jewelry, cars and stuff like that, then yeah, you're gonna feel like Sauce is turned up. But it depends on what your interests are, too. you know and again, um I just feel like it's people that know money, and that, they'll be able to tell you, Like I honestly, I would love to get people's opinions that have some money for real. If they feel like, certain people be capping, but it is what it is. I feel like I just feel like Hollywood is all about it for real. I do. And I feel like for somebody to tell you that they don't have no money and they are part of Hollywood, child, that didn't hit rock bottom for real, because like that's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That is so hard to say. Like for instance, I be hearing finesse two times say out loud. I ain't heard him say that. Yeah, no, truth is, I ain't heard him say, saying that he broke. Because, like, that's a hard pill to swallow. What I'm saying? Like, people do not be wanting to, wow, so that's that. But I just feel like, man, as far as like, his baby mama trying to say that he ain't got that much money like that, I just feel like, welcome to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, for real, I wish I had a Hollywood sign because I would have cranked it. I need one. I need one. I need the Hollywood sign because I just feel like, yeah, that's about like more than 50% of Hollywood, you know? Child, it is what it is. Like, even, shout out to Blueface. Even Blueface. Hit the like button. Take Blueface as an example. Good example. Great example, right? They be talking about how Blueface is going broke, ain't got no money, being sued, this and that, right? As far as the media goes, if you let them tell it, Blueface um wallet, pockets, bank account, yeah, nah, all of it is fried, dyed, and tossed to the side. You know what I'm saying? But if you let Blueface tell it, he getting money. You know what I'm saying? He getting money every day. You know. And so to me, that's how, to me, that's how Hollywood works. It just is what it is. You just get you a piece of a lifestyle, right? And then you be like, well, most of them, right? As long as they can, that's what they own. Like they're never going back, you know? And to me, it ain't no different than streamers, like everybody, you know. And just like I was telling y'all when I was telling y'all, what I have realized is it's all just stuff. You know what I'm saying? It is. Yeah, now truth is, let's talk about it. Okay. It's all just the same stuff. But streamers and stuff like that, they have a way of making you feel like it's so much better though. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to blow it, out of they know how to put 10 on 20 for sure. Streamers do, you know what I'm saying? Um that's why they gonna rent them big old houses. They gonna rent the big houses. They gonna they gonna get the big houses, whatever. Like for real, people said they be going to extremes. Like in okay. So for instance, some of them streamers, right? Hold on, y'all. Some of them allegedly go to the extreme where like, okay, like they be on some Airbnb stuff, but it's not a Airbnb though. It's just a streaming house. Hold on. Child, tell me why they accidentally got a plant. That is not funny. I didn't accidentally became a plant mom. And like I listen. Yeah, now go on and understand the words that are coming out of my mouth now. Hold on, y'all. Real, because my pants ain't. Child, yes, because I am a plant mom. And I'm loving it. Like, McDonald's, but I like no, it was an accident. Let me tell you what had happened was. So I needed a pot. I just needed the pot, right? I just went to go get me a pot. I just wanted the flower pot, but I could not leave the store without a flower. So that's how it happened, y'all. I only needed the pot, but I got a flower too. So I'm like, oh, this really didn't accidentally happen to me. Oh, let's see. Child, I'm gonna wash. Well, let me find out. I need to wash my hair. Not, honestly, I don't even think I need to wash my hair. I think I just want to. If that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Ooh, like Shania used to say, ooh, baby, my Lord. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to comb my hair. Well, I am. I'm combing my hair. And I don't know how I feel about it. I ain't putting nothing on. It ain't completely dry, but it's down there dry. It's not completely dry though. It got some moisture to it because yesterday that's why I was thinking I need to wash my hair. I shampooed my hair yesterday. But I think I do need to wash my hair again because yesterday was like some co-washing stuff. Yeah, and I had a whole bunch of washing and soaking and like nothing for real going on. Today I need to. Today I do need to do me a real wash and a condition. That sounds real good, but I gotta find my conditioner. Sean, I'm gonna have to find my conditioner. Well, let me tell you something. the truth is, when you live the life that you want to live, you can cap people down. Yeah, now the truth is, because I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Like, garage door. I keep saying, like, you gotta have some money, or you need to have some money. I don't know if I believe that like that. I think more so, it's like, um, it's all about you, like Maya said. Okay, so like I was saying, um, you know, what was I telling y'all? Forgot what I was telling y'all. But I definitely need to look for my conditioner though, y'all. Yeah, now truth is, y'all hold on. And hold on. Oh, I got a lot going on. Dang. Hmm. I need to look for my conditioner though. If I'm gonna do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Oh, good, good, good. Listen, when I tell y'all, like, I've been feeling like, like I've been chilling. I wanna, like, I've been ripping and running a lot, ripping and running so much. I just feel like chilling. I don't wanna go no more. I don't wanna go no M&F. I don't. Sad, but it's true, child. And I ain't tripping, cause I like. One thing about me, I do not fight my feelings, you know? Like, I be like, oh, okay, it is what it is. I'm not feeling, you know? And I try my best to, like, cater to them, if that makes sense. So, it is what it is. I need to get out, but I'm not. Found it. Sure, I might need to get out, but I'm not. Not today. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, maybe tomorrow. see how I feel about tomorrow. You know? Now that's not saying I ain't going over today, but I'm trying not to because I don't want to go nowhere. Um, I'm chilling. I got a phone call I need to make. That's about it. I might or might not have a meeting later on. But other than that, that's it. That's it. I think, like I may or may not have, like I said, something going on this evening, but I'm good. I'm really, really good. I'm in a really, really, really cool space today. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. So I'm streaming, and that's another reason why I'm streaming too. But I've been on here for a while, which I thank the Lord that I've been able to deliver. Period. Yes, child, just like a doctor, doctor. I know that's right. Child, I'm happy I've been able to deliver just like that. Like this and like that. Like this and like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. In the later parts of this week. Um, it is what it is. I'm sure something is gonna come up. Yeah, a little something, something, something. I'm just trying to relax. For real. I'm just trying to relax and hit the reset button while I can because it's been a lot, child. It has, like, behind the scenes. Ugh. Nah, truth is, behind the scenes, I wear mean dark pair of shades. And you can't even see my eyes. Okay. Unless my head is bent. We fly, no lie. You know the woolen chips in oh my, stay focused. Hey, uh, uh, So shout out to that. But like, yeah, no, back to what I was telling y'all. The truth is, like, I can't explain it. But honestly, I feel like as long as you're happy, as long as you're happy, as long as you're comfortable, then I feel like you will always be able to pop it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not in a negative way. I mean, popping it in the most positive way. I mean, popping it where you're just saying, hey, I'm just blessed. Like, hey, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, uh, um, showing you my blessings from God. It just is what it is. And that's the truth. That's really how I feel. Like and I don't care. I promise you I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's really all just stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. It's really all just stuff. So you can have on a $30 watch and pop it. You can have on a $300 watch and pop it. You can have on a $3,000 watch and pop it. You can have on a $300,000 watch and pop it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're comfortable and you're happy within your lifestyle, then pop it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's how I really, 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 really feel about it. No, truth is. Because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I've lived long enough to like analyze it and view it from every scope of a scope, that there is to view it from. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel. So, like for instance, you know, some people have some people can like, man, this is crazy. It's like it's hard to explain, but I'm gonna get there, right? So like some people can tell you I grew up around the beach. You know what I'm saying? All my life. I grew up around the beach. So like it's nothing to them, right? But then you have some people that are like mesmerized by that because they've always wanted to do it. You know, but the truth is, there's the beach. You know what I'm saying? And then there's the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? There are levels to it. It is it's levels to life, But um, you know, however, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what, you know, type of beach or I just feel like you're still able to pop it if that makes sense. Yeah, no, truth is because like there are a lot of, for instance, when we travel, right, we travel to what is considered three world countries, right? You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. That's what they say, right? That's what they've taught us. That's what they've had us to believe all these years. But like yet and still we're traveling there, right? To experience them. And it's we're traveling for the sights, the beauty of it all, But again, you have people that live there that have grew up around that all their entire life, And again, they where they grew up at is not where, a lot of people go visit when they're, traveling and stuff like that. But still, do they have the right to still pop it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Like to me, if you can get up and walk the beach every day if you choose, pop it. You know what I'm saying? But again, it all goes back to our interests. You know what I'm saying? What are, our interests, you know what I'm saying, in life. Uh, you know, again, I be chilling. Like one thing about me, I be chilling. And when I say that, I say that because like I do. Like I it just it's not a lot of stuff that I'm impressed by for real at my age. And um, you know, that's just that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Cause like it's all just stuff, really. And so like, yeah, I honestly, I just feel like we're all gonna feel how we feeling. We're all interested in different things, right? So, um, in other words, what some one person is popping it about, somebody else, might be like, ah, that ain't it, and that's okay. It really is. Truth is, that's okay. So, you know, again, back to what I was saying, s- um, Sauce Walker's baby mother calling him out, saying that he don't have that much money like he say he do. It doesn't come as a surprise, not to me. So anyway, um, shout out to them though. Shout out to them though. It is what it is, child. But like, yeah, y'all. I just feel like, it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I feel like everybody has something like worth popping it. You know what I'm saying? For or about. It just, and that's just how I feel, you know? So yeah. In other words, we're all blessed, in some way, some form, one way or another. And then let me just say this for real, because I might just land right here. Cause I do got stuff to do. I got one of my kids talking about they hungry, which I'm gonna hook him up. I'm gonna hook him up right now. Uh, and let me just say this too. Y'all make sure y'all always bigging yourselves up too. Yeah, now truth is, like, you know, even in the midst of a storm or whatever, like make sure y'all always speaking highly of y'all self. I don't know who needs to hear that. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. I just feel that way. Cause I know in my younger self wasn't always so kind. You know what I'm saying? To myself. I didn't always have the kindest words, for myself. And nowadays, shoot, it just is what it is. I'm a bad mama jamma. Like what? um, I'm a puppet each and every time. And like, yeah, I think that it is important, really, really, really extremely important to our psyche, right? Period. That like we gon' that we that we doing it. Period. Okay, hands down. So when Dr. Ryan so Dr. Ryan been like, okay. So in other words, I like how well listen, it's two ways how I feel about Dr. Ryan, how she being the light that she's been shown in. Two ways, right? Let me just get the negative one out the way first. So one, I feel like she I mean, if I'm being real, it's giving like, okay, girl, like you don't even. Okay, so now you just flat out. You don't even really want to even pretend to be a doctor no more, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels for real. Truth is. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, y'all. yeah, nah, okay. So on one hand, it's like, okay, come on, Dr. B, like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like, it's so hard to explain. It's like, come on, like, it's like, be classy, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta be classy, you know? Like, so now that you ain't got pop, you can see this one here. Oh yeah, nah. Pop was the reason because the reason say pop. Period. That's Pop's recipe. Yeah. But now for real, child, um, so you done got popped allegedly for running around here. Okay, so you running around cosplaying to be a doctor, allegedly, right? And you mad because you done got caught with that, but you're booked and busy, you know, on the strength of that. But you don't want to talk about that for real. You know what I'm saying? You got a book for sale, so that's what you want to talk about. And when the people bring up the fact, you know, the other stuff that you don't want to talk about outside of the book, now you cursing in my eyes. It's like, Lord have mercy. I said, and there's a reason we ain't seen old doctor no more. Yeah, no, truth is this. I said there's just gonna be a reason why we ain't seen the old doctor no more. Child, child, word up. Shout out to King Claw. Woo! Word up. Baby. Like, listen here, doctor. You know, like sell your book, but you know, baby, you still gotta represent, you know, you still gotta represent what you're supposed to be representing in the house. To be representing like child. It was just sad, but like, um, what they say is something they say about pride before the fall or whatever. I forgot why I was even talking about Dr. Cheyenne, but um, now I do like that. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I hate that she on TV cursing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Making it just worse to me, in my honest opinion. Like if you ain't gonna be on TV, you know, child. Like if ain't nothing good gonna come out of it, then stay off. You know, just stay off. Let everything just die down. I feel like, but you running around like you just want to put it in everybody's face. Like, yes, y'all. I'm gonna sell this book. I'm gonna promote this book still. You know, but I do like the fact that like regardless, you know, of what she going through, she's not tucking her tail, so to speak. Let's see what it is. She's still able to move, what I'm saying, confidently, and wow, still, big herself up, shoot, under the circumstances, because, come on now, the circumstances is right. So, child, listen, NTY, that's right, shout out to that. Anyway, y'all, it's your girl Shay Renee. I couldn't even buy some. I come with like, we talk that talk. Oh, we talk that talk like Brianna said. And I hope I made you proud. Yeah, so shout out to that. I hope somebody, you know what I'm saying, got something, from this live. Yeah, a little something, like Keith has said, or whatnot. Because, that's what we do it for. For real, for real. We do it for that. We do it for the people. Okay, period. Just is what it is. Gossip is one thing, but it's not everything. Amen. I don't know who needed to hear that. But gossip is one thing, but it ain't everything. It ain't everything. Oh, so I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. That's a whole. That might be a whole other story for a whole other day. How about I will put a pause on that, but we'll keep it going tomorrow. Let me see what I said.